Metabolism expert Ben Bickman explains how reversing insulin resistance can be the most powerful step you ever take to lose weight and protect your health.
If a person's attempting to shrink their fat cells or lose weight, if the first step is I'm going to cut my calories and they don't address their high insulin, they're never going to lose weight in the long run. They're going to step right back to where they were. Because if they start cutting calories, but insulin is still high, that's going to make them very hungry because insulin wants to be storing energy. A professor from Harvard named David Ludwig found this. If you have people eating a lower calorie meal that spikes their insulin, it makes them much hungrier than a lower calorie meal that doesn't spike insulin. So that's the key. Anyone listening, if you're thinking, I need to be on a fat cell shrinking journey, let the first step of that journey be, I'm going to lower my insulin, which means I'm going to control my carbohydrates. I'm going to stop eating carbohydrates that come from bags and boxes with barcodes. And while I am restricting those carbohydrates, I'm going to focus more on protein and fat. So control carbs, prioritize protein, and don't fear the fat that comes with those proteins. Fat and protein together is a miraculous combination.
Most people believe losing weight is simply about eating less and exercising more. That's the advice we've heard for decades. But if that was the whole truth, why do so many people, especially in midlife and beyond, struggle year after year? The real reason is that your body doesn't just count calories. It reads signals. And the most powerful signal controlling your weight, your energy, and even your long-term health comes from a hormone called insulin. Every time you eat, your blood sugar rises. Your body responds by releasing insulin, a hormone made in your pancreas. Insulin's job is to move sugar out of your blood and into your cells, where it can be used for energy. That's perfectly normal. But if you keep eating foods that spike your blood sugar, like white bread, pasta, pastries, sweetened drinks, and many processed snacks, your insulin has to rise again and again, day after day. Over time, your cells stop listening to insulin's signal. This is called insulin resistance. Imagine ringing someone's doorbell over and over, non-stop. Eventually, they stop answering. Your cells do the same thing. They ignore insulin. The problem is, your body then produces even more insulin, trying to get through. And high insulin has a side effect. It locks away fat. It tells your body to store this energy and not burn it. This is why you can eat less, even much less, and still see the scale barely move. It's not because you're lazy or weak. It's because your insulin is too high. As long as insulin is high, your body won't burn stored fat for energy. And insulin resistance doesn't just affect weight. It's linked to heart disease, dementia, fatty liver, high blood pressure, and even some cancers. In fact, by the time most people are diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, they've had high insulin for years without knowing it. Insulin resistance is not permanent. You can train your body to respond to insulin again. And when you do, your insulin levels drop, fat burning turns on, and your energy and health improve, often faster than you expect. Ben Bickman has seen people change their metabolic health in as little as 3 months, sometimes without losing huge amounts of weight at first, but by feeling stronger, sharper, and more energetic. The biggest trigger for high insulin is refined carbohydrates and sugars. Foods like white bread, bagels, soda, candy, cakes, and even many breakfast cereals cause sharp spikes in blood sugar. That means insulin has to rush in to bring sugar down. Replacing these with whole, unprocessed foods makes a huge difference. Think colorful vegetables, berries, beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. These release sugar more slowly, so insulin rises gently instead of in a flood. Protein is your ally. Foods like chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, and tofu keep you satisfied and help build muscle, which in turn improves insulin sensitivity. And healthy fats like olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish don't spike insulin at all. When paired with vegetables, they even help your body absorb important vitamins. Your muscles are the biggest consumers of sugar in your body. When you move them, they pull sugar out of your blood even without insulin's help. This is why exercise is such a powerful tool for reversing insulin resistance. You don't need extreme workouts to benefit. Brisk walking, light resistance training, stretching, cycling, anything that gets your muscles working helps. One simple tip is to take a short walk after your biggest meal of the day. This alone can significantly lower your blood sugar and insulin spikes. A single bad night of sleep can make your body more insulin resistant the next day. That's because poor sleep increases stress hormones like cortisol, which interfere with insulin's work. Create a calming bedtime routine. Dim the lights, turn off screens, and keep your bedroom cool and dark. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep most nights. Think of sleep as one of the most powerful medicines you can give your metabolism. Many of us snack from morning until bedtime, never giving insulin a chance to drop. You don't have to do extreme fasting, but try finishing dinner at least 2 to 3 hours before bed, and wait until you feel true hunger before eating breakfast. Even a 12 to 14-hour overnight break from food can help insulin fall and fat burning begin. At first, the changes might be subtle: more steady energy, fewer cravings, better focus. As your body learns to respond to insulin again, you'll find fat loss becomes easier. You won't be hungry all the time. Your clothes may start to fit differently. And the best part is these changes are sustainable. You're not starving yourself or following a short-term plan. You're restoring your metabolism to work the way it's meant to. If you've been frustrated by diets that didn't work, it's because they focused on calories instead of hormones. High insulin keeps fat locked away no matter how much you cut back on food. Lower insulin, and your body starts helping you instead of fighting you. Tonight, swap dessert for a small bowl of berries with cream or yogurt. Tomorrow morning, add protein to your breakfast instead of only carbs. During the day, take short walks after meals. Before bed, turn off screens earlier and dim the lights to help you fall asleep faster. Do these small steps for a week, and you'll feel the difference. Do them for 3 months, and your metabolism can truly change. Lower insulin, and you unlock your body's fat stores. Move your muscles, and they help control blood sugar without extra insulin. Sleep deeply, and your hormones rebalance naturally. Eat the right foods, and your insulin stays calm. This isn't about perfection. It's about steady, consistent choices that retrain your metabolism. You're not broken. You're not stuck. You're one decision away from flipping your body's master switch back to fat-burning mode. Start today, and in 90 days, you could be in a completely different place. Lighter, stronger, clearer, and in control of your health again.